Morning, guys. I want to talk about how important preparation is to my day, to my week, to my month, and to just my plain out life. As you may not know, I hold myself to a very strong daily schedule. I wake up every morning at 4 to 4:30. This morning it was 4:30. I go to bed right around 10. I pretty much get around 6 hours of sleep. And I designed that because whenever I go to bed, 6 hours is about the max that I get. So if I'm sleeping and I turn off all my alarms, like on a weekend, and I just go to bed and I say, I'm sleeping as long as I possibly can until I wake up tomorrow. Dark room, no alarms, go to bed, wake up. It's about 6 hours. That's about where I max out at. So I planned my schedule because I want to wake up right about 4 to 4:30 every single day. And I do that so that I can get my reading in, my journaling in, I can get some thought time in before the world is awake and before anybody has time or the ability to take up my mind outside of me and what I put into it. So I have a very strong schedule. And with that, I like to get ahead. I like to plan. I like things to be done in advance. So when it comes to Fridays, I get all of my freight for Monday and Tuesday taken care of on Friday. That is how I spend my Fridays. I typically have freight moving on Fridays, and take a Friday to make sure that my Monday and my Tuesday are planned. Everything that I have currently going out for Monday and Tuesday, they're taken care of. I've got carriers on them that I already know where they're going to get delivered. I know what time their delivery appointment is at. I have an idea of what time they're going to make my pickup. And then every day, like a Monday, so Sunday night, I check call those drivers, make sure they're going to be on time for their deliveries come Monday morning so that I know that they're going to be on time for my pickup come Monday morning or Monday afternoon. If they're not, I start recovery planning Sunday night. I don't start planning on Monday when I'm overly reactive to it. Everything that I do benefits from being planned and scheduled ahead. When I walk into a weekend knowing that my next week is already set up for success, knowing that my Monday and Tuesday are already set up for success, I can then focus all of my energy onto strategizing and relaxing over the weekend, opposed to scrambling and not knowing. I hate the unknown. I enjoy it when it's making a sales call and the unknown is something that has the potential to be good. But in the unknown of transportation, if you leave freight uncovered headed into the weekend, the unknown is that you could potentially mess all this up for your customers and ruin their supply chain and ruin their customers' experience. And then it just flows all the way back down, and it would be awful. I don't like negative unknowns. I like positive unknowns. That is why sales is so beautiful for me. It is a known that I will get hung up on. What is the unknown is that somebody will take the time to speak with me, potentially have a great conversation, potentially turn into a customer for life. That is a beautiful unknown. It is known that I will get hung up on more often than I will get conversated with. I do not like that in my operations. I do not like negative unknowns. I aim to mitigate and remove all negative unknowns. So preparation and planning and scheduling ahead of time are of the utmost importance to the business. They're of the utmost importance to me. They're of the utmost importance to keep my mental clarity strong, which makes them of the utmost importance to the business and my customers' benefit. Planning and scheduling and executing ahead of time before things need to be done, it will change the game for you. If you are in a business that is like this one, where there are variables, where things can happen late on a Sunday night that can mess up your morning on Monday, you should have them only be that. It shouldn't be somebody broke down on a Saturday, they were scheduled to pick up on Monday, and you didn't figure out about it until Monday morning. You should have already known. So I walked into Monday morning bright and beautiful, excited to get ready for this day. That's how I wake up every day at 4 to 4:30, excited to get to work because I know that I'm not walking into a load of crap. And if there's a load of crap that gets thrown on me, everything else is already handled. So I can focus on the load of crap, I can get it handled quickly, and I can move right on to the rest of the day. Planning and scheduling ahead of time and executing ahead of time will save you mental clarity, mental stress, and it will help you grow your business.